Hej och välkommen till en ny video. Morgan heter jag för er som är nya på kanalen. Nu är jag på väg till Lillhärdal för att hälsa på Tom Sidek och kolla in hur det går med bilbygget TeZon. Det här blir den 5:e videon jag gör hemma hos Tom. Och har ni missat de 4 tidigare, då kan ni se den via länken här uppe. Och det var faktiskt 1,5 år sedan jag var där senast, så att det här ska bli riktigt spännande. Häng med! Och om ni inte redan är prenumeranter så skulle jag bli superglad om ni väljer att prenumerera på kanalen. Och gillar ni den här videon, ge den gärna en tumme upp.
One and a half years. It's been big, long time, but I think a lot has happened. It's basically now a car that looks like a car. There's interior and exteriors basically is done to the point where it looks like the car. A lot more work to do, of course, to make it done. So it's been good. The rear doors, the rear hatches, the hood, the fenders, the Fender Flares. This summer I had to basically take a break, 4 months break, and work on all the outside housework. There's a lot going on outside as well. And so that's why I had to put the project on ice. And in my mind, it was the worst time because this car is almost drivable, chargeable, everything right now, as you'll see. 9 centimeters lengthened doors, so from 2 pieces, and then the glass is done as well. More of the focus here though is the whole fender and the Fender Flares. So extended 7 3/4, extended 21 centimeters, and then building this up so that you can take it off like a regular car. So that was really tricky to do. And these are not done. There's still details to be done here. It's not round, it's not following the wheel properly yet. So there's more details to be fixed and done, but basically the general idea is there, how wide it comes out. Interesting part here that was hard to do is actually going down and building this whole front up here. Very difficult to figure out what to even do and how to make it happen because it's never been built. So that was tricky. A lot of time sitting on a chair with a beer. I mean, with the juice. And then again, you can't see this very much, but there's a lot of attachment points for the radiators, for the bumpers. I also received the bumpers. So that was there. They were amazing company that worked with. The lights, they're test fitted, so we received them and design and awesome. They're not hooked up yet, but I'm super happy with them. And then just to actually go into the lights a little bit is the daylight running lights are going to be these 2 rings, and when you put the blinker on, they're gonna flash orange. You have demon eyes inside, so when the light isn't on, you'll have any color you want, and then angel eyes around the outside. So kind of a little fun stuff with the lights. Company from US that helped me a lot with those. And then the hood. This was a big project. obviously. That is 3 hoods in one, or pieces from 3 different hoods. To get the flow, I'm really happy with the result. There is definitely a few more details to fix up here, but I'm happy the general outcome and the lines worked. Yes, this grill is not this is the original grill, but it's not gonna be that. It's gonna be kind of the older style still, but it's there because it was kind of fun to test fit everything. And then we move on. Of course, I have to do the same thing on both sides. Again, whole fender that's made. I also stripped the doors on the front doors. We changed the door skin there, stripped this one, saw that it's actually in good shape, so we can work on that. Skirts still have a little bit more work to be done, but it's done there generally. And then a big thing was actually getting these bumpers attached and putting all that together safely. And basically it's like a double bumper now. We have the whole Model X tow bar actually is under here so that I can put a tow hook on it. And then you have had to build all the attachment points and attachment points for these. So that's all done as well. And lights, I mean, that's just test fitted. It's original, which is awesome. This is the charge port, and this is what I've been working on just yesterday, finally. This is the inside of the charge port. That's gonna get attached on the inside. Also, this is motorized. And so this is what I had to move the old gas tank from down here. Gas filler was really low. Wanted to move it up here. Electric, water. And then basically this is cut out. You can see this fits in here. And so had to rebuild this quite a lot. And this is gonna get attached on here, fixed up and attached. And so when it's done, it's just gonna disappear in here and it'll sit really nicely like that. So you push the push of a button, and this is a motorized charge port. It's just gonna open up, push the button, closes on its own. But the look will maintain the old gas cap look, basically. Wheel future, a little bit more on the future. I have to finish that. When that is done, then I can have basically all the electronic stuff hooked in. The other thing inside, actually, I forgot to mention, my friends in Poland that are helping me with all the software work on the car, they fixed the screen and I was able to pick up the screen and the computer, so that's all ready. It's in the car and mounted, and basically when I fix this, everything will be hooked up, the electric will be hooked up, and then we can do a full software update. Since I have made this car now European instead of North American, so I've changed out all the necessary hardware for that. And so that's the future, that's the immediate future. And then after that, it's of course going back and finishing all the details. The aluminum arches are done, they're built already, so they're coming from Czech, from the airplane company. A little bit of welding, and then it's really down to bodywork. So spackel, putsa, slipa, spackel, slipa. I still have to do a bunch of cutting, trimming, and stabilizing of the hood itself because it's so big. And I have to put hinges on it. And I'm actually moving the mechanism that's in the back of the Tesla to the front of it, where you have the trunk button. The back of a Tesla Model S is a big trunk, really long and heavy. So actually it's gonna work perfectly for here. I'm gonna redo the attachments and put on the lift gate basically on the front hood. So then it'll be push a button and yeah, lift up the hood. And then, of course, this is the full air suspension system down here. That is gonna get rearranged, replumbed, and fit in. This was only temporary so we could do some test driving. That's gonna get sunk under the floor a little bit deeper, still for show, but done up here so I can have a trunk, a usable trunk space a little bit. So a lot more work here to go, but for usability for now, for we can test drive, it's relatively simple and ready to go for that. know I really don't need any more projects to do. I know I need to focus on the TeZon, but I'm actually gonna do a bit of a, for the spirit of me learning more about electrification and about using electric, and because it's fun and it's been driving me nuts for a long time. I'm actually going to electrify this Beetle, but the one trick is that we're gonna be doing it in 1 week. Within about 2-3 weeks, not exactly sure which exact week, but should be about the 3rd week in November. So we're gonna drive it in like I just did now, under gas power, and take out the gas engine, take out the gas tank, and electrify it. Why it's possible probably to do it in that time frame is because I've been working together with EV Europe down Netherlands, and I've been preparing a kit for this car. So battery box is done, everything is done, and so we'll be trying to live stream that. We'll see if that works or not, and otherwise we'll be doing time lapses and proper daily updates anyway. And that I also invited the school from the gymnasium from Sveg, so they'll be popping in to watch that happen. And the whole idea of this Beetle electrification is quite opposite of the TeZon. I want to maintain the car exactly the way it is. The engine and everything that I take off, that I don't use, won't be using, it'll be all on a pallet to stay together with the car, so that it will be clean inside and out, an original inside and out. And if I ever want to, we can always put it back to totally original. So that's a little bit of another update, another thing that's been going on in the background. So join me then.
Ja, det är ju ett riktigt intressant bygge han håller på med, Tom. Och det ska bli väldigt spännande att se det slutliga resultatet. Och sen det här med folkvagnsbubblan också. Det måste man ju följa.